So yesterday Sony was like, we're gonna wait till Xbox revealed their console price, and then we're gonna be coming out and we're gonna be actually reducing our console price. But Microsoft was like, not today. Phil Spencer dropped the biggest shell of them all, and he said 3 simple things completely annihilated Sony. And I'm a Sony pony, and I like seeing like that because it creates competition, so I will be talking about it. We also have some bad news regarding GTA 6, and we have Activision. They're like, hey, we are Activision, we are good people, so there's some good news there. And let's just get right into it. If you love your mama, smash that like button, and if you're new here, I do Call of Duty and gaming news. If you're into that, subscribe. But first of all, I mean, this article, damn, Phil Spencer says that Microsoft is competing with Google and Amazon, not Sony. Now obviously they had to come out with something like that, because yesterday Sony was like, well, we're not gonna reveal the price, we're gonna wait a little bit. They were indirectly saying that they are waiting for Xbox to reveal the price, and a ton of articles were written about it. I covered the news, and honestly, like, I'm kind of getting to the conclusion that Sony is gonna wait till Xbox, and to me it felt like that they're gonna wait till E3 to reveal the price, because you know what, like, it makes sense. They revealed their console at the Game Awards live stream, and then we heard Sony were like, we're not gonna be at E3 because we don't like E3. Obviously they did not say anything like that, but they confirmed that they're not gonna be at E3. And Phil Spencer, he was caught washing his hands, and I feel like that every time Sony does something, my man Phil is always on the scene, and he was like, okay, so now, man, we're at full force, we're getting ready for Xbox, for E3, we're gonna see you there, right? So now I'm wondering if they're gonna reveal the price at E3. But yesterday Sony was like, we're gonna wait till Xbox. And today, Phil Spencer, and I quote, when you talk about Nintendo and Sony, we have a ton of respect for them, but we see Amazon and Google as the main competitors going forward. I'm not an Xbox boy, but you know, when I see stuff like that, I gotta do it. Like, I gotta. Phil, you're killing it, my man. Just keep at it. I love this shit, man. And Spencer also said that that's not to disrespect Nintendo and Sony, but the traditional gaming companies are somewhat out of position. I guess they could try to recreate Azure. I mean, damn, but we've invested tens of billions of dollars in cloud over the years, and guys, this is a major flex. Like, homie's out there, he's trying to stay humble. He's trying to keep his feet on the ground, but still chasing and reaching for the stars. And man, we all should do that. We gotta learn from the man Phil Spencer. Now, 3 simple things he did in this to completely annihilate Sony. And keep in mind, I'm a Sony pony. One in the chat if you're a Sony pony too, if you're like, hey man, I'm a proud Xbox boy out there. But 3 simple things he did. Not only like he brought in Sony, but he was like, you know what, let's actually throw in Nintendo. Nintendo was like, not us, we don't want to get our schlongs involved. But Phil was like, nah man, you're coming in this conversation. So they dragged Nintendo in it. Secondly, they were like, that's not to disrespect Nintendo and Sony, but the traditional gaming companies are somewhat out of position. I guess they could try to recreate the Azure, and Azure is basically like the blue color, blue PlayStation. Sony took major shots, said that you gotta recreate it, man. Before you come at us, you gotta recreate it. We are Microsoft, we are. And number 3, there was a flex of money. I mean, tens of billions of dollars in cloud over the years. So my man did Sony absolutely dirty, and rightfully so. Like, you know, at the end of the day, it doesn't matter what you play on. If you play on Xbox or PS4, you pay for online. I do it, you do it, we all do it, except for the PC guys. If you're playing on PC, you might be chuckling right now, but you gotta stop it, because we all here, we paying moolah and you know, like that for online play. But whatever, okay, we let that slip, okay? So when I see like that, I gotta absolutely clap it up, man. And you should also join the conversation in the comments below as well. But on the other hand though, we also have news about GTA 6, and this is a little bit sad, but I don't really personally though, like, I know a lot of people are like, this is gonna affect GTA 6. I personally don't think it is gonna affect GTA 6, because you guys gotta think about it. We have been hearing about GTA 6 like since 2014 and 2015 that it is in production. And you know what, like, knowing Rockstar, it very well was in production around 2014, even before 2014 when GTA 5 came out. There were some people who were working on putting ideas together for their next game, and like that. And now we're hearing that Rockstar Games co-founder Dan Houser is leaving the company, and we have the update here. There's a quote actually in a statement published ahead of the company Q3 2020 financial report. This is what Take-Two said, and before I read you the quote, I honestly don't really believe this, because these are the people in suits. They are like coming out, they got neurologists working under them, they got psychologists working under them, and they're like, hey, what's the best thing we can tell to the people so it doesn't rub them in the wrong way? So I don't believe any of that, but obviously it's the official statement, and we're never gonna find out why Dan Houser is leaving. He's gonna leave apparently like on March 11th, and we're never gonna know why he's leaving, because obviously he can come out tomorrow and be like, I'm kind of bored, I don't want to work on GTA 6 or at Rockstar Games. But here's the thing, man, if he comes out and says that, obviously that's gonna be his official statement, so we wouldn't have any choice but to believe him. But you know what, working under Rockstar Games or any major publisher company like that, you would be NDA'd out of your mind, right? So even if he comes out and says what he may, I don't know if it's gonna be the full truth, because you guys gotta think about it. Like, it could be that he's either bored, or maybe he was trying to work on ideas, but his ideas were cancelled and they were like, nah man, we don't like your ideas. Or maybe, yeah, he's been there for 20 years, maybe he want to change careers, you know, always possible. But this is the official quote. After an extended break beginning in the spring of 2019, Dan Houser, vice president creative at Rockstar Games, will be leaving the company. Dan Houser's last day will be March 11th, 2020, and we are extremely grateful for his contributions. Rockstar Games has built some of the most critically acclaimed and commercially successful game worlds, a global community of passionate fans, and an incredibly talented team, which remains focused on current and future projects. So, you know, kind of teasing the future and stuff like that. And I personally don't think GTA 6 will be affected by this, because he's gonna be leaving in 1 month's time, and GTA 6 is probably, he was the story guy, so I'm pretty sure the story's already done. They're in the final production and they're crunching. I think Dan Houser last game is gonna be GTA 6, and it's kind of sad if you grew up playing the GTA games or the Red Dead Redemption, whatever Rockstar published, right? Like, I grew up playing the GTA series, so it's kind of sad because he brought that magic in. And I know some people will be like, the story of GTA isn't that great, so I don't really care. But the thing is that, say whatever about the story, he definitely did brought the magic aspect into GTA. I mean, GTA, the biggest franchise in the entertainment world, right? So I don't know, man, maybe the next person who will replace him might bring some fresh ideas, like, you know, always the light of hope. I always gotta give it to you. Maybe the next person will bring Rockstar down, maybe it's gonna collapse, or maybe he's gonna elevate Rockstar Games up with fresh ideas. There's always the possibility of good. But on the flip side though, Activision was like, Modern Warfare charity campaign raised $1.6 million for Australia. Honestly, man, before I kind of like go in and stuff like that, that's pretty good. This is the only microtransaction that I can get behind, because here's the thing, man, like, if you were thinking about donating or stuff like that, and you were like, you know what, I'm gonna buy something in the game, you bought something, you got something in return, and your money went to Australia, you know, pretty good stuff, pretty good. But honestly, $1.6 million for Activision, that's like chump change, right? So I don't know, man, they're out there, they're like, we are Activision, we are good people. And I know that this thought might have crossed your mind out there, where like, hey, I don't believe it. Like, knowing Activision, $1.6 million, that's like money. Activision, don't Activision love money, Skizzle? You're right, they love money. But here's the thing, man, this is $1 billion company, and it would be the dumbest move ever to be like, okay, we're gonna give away $1.6 million and actually not give it when you know you are $1 billion company. You know what I'm saying? Because they would be in legal trouble. For example, let's say you got $10,000 and the feds are coming at you and they're like, okay, we want $100 so you can keep 10,000. Obviously, you're gonna let that $100 go. But you're gonna keep the 10,000, because you know that's actually more. Smash that like button for that knowledge, everybody. 1.6 million, guys. Bobby boy, okay, he washes his hands every single day with that kind of change, okay? But it's not that Activision did the 8th wonder or something like that. They donated like your money, okay? But this is the direct quote. Call of Duty players around the world came together in support of this terrible tragedy. We're honored to help in this effort with the funds from the Outback Relief Pack. Call of Duty executive Brian Beat said in a statement, we thank everyone for their generosity and we look forward to putting this donation into action. So, you know, pretty good stuff, and I gotta just clap it up for Activision, even though this was community's money. I gotta clap it for not only the Activision, but major clap for the community. I gotta do it. And if you're low on dopamine, check out a video on the screen, like and subscribe with notifications for more. And as always, double check your doors, keep your dogs in, drink water, not G Fuel. You already know, and I will see you in the next one.